And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Planet Crafter. Let's get ourselves a little more food, and then we're going to set up some bees. Or not some bees, we're going to set up some butterflies. Although, we'll make use of some of our bees in the meantime. Might even set up some more farms, we'll see. And so, come in here. High quality food. I'm gonna run upstairs. I'm gonna swap what we have in the butterfly dome. Because these are the better butterflies, so we want them working in the better butterfly source. Unless we're specifically looking for a beautiful dome. And like so, we'll do one there. Butterflies in it. And one here. I'll put the blue ones in the middle. And then we'll put one here. Some golden ones. As I added a bunch there. Probably have enough material. We can probably do more. Got more butterflies. Zeolite, bioplastic. I might not have enough bioplastic. Oh, I might not have enough tier 2 fertilizer either. We've got the butterflies, right? We got another 4 things of butterflies. Just making sure I'm not misplaced things in the wrong inventory. So, assuming I'm going to have to make tier 2 fertilizer, let's grab some of the tier 1 out. Okay, enough zeolite. So I'm going to have to make some bioplastic nuggets. Oh, the methane cartridge is going to be the limiting factor there. I'm not going to have enough methane cartridges. Although that doesn't stop us from starting. Fertilizer. Yeah, that's the one we can make for the month. I guess let's get that out and about. And we'll need to make more bioplastic. Harvest 2 of those. The bioplastic is mushroom, plus silicon, plus water. Do I have to go harvest silicon out in the environment? Oh, there's some. I'll need more mushrooms, but that's easy enough to go because we've got a mushroom farm outside. Well, I think that left us like 1 mushroom short from the ideal number. got more water. Yeah, one mushroom short. Oh, there's a mushroom in my stockpile from there. Earlier, that'll work. Okay, so I really am just smithing cartridge limited for making more butterflies at the moment. Likely to make reasonably quickly. Okay, that should be helping a lot with insect production. Although we're still in the ton range on the insects, so gonna be having to help quite a lot to make a rapid dent in that. Yeah, we're making kilograms, making like 5.5 kilograms, and we're in tons. So every other second, you should be seeing that last decimal move. If my math is right. Not quick enough. Sure, let's set up the machine optimizer when I'm thinking about it. I think the production uses affects the thing we're having as a current bottleneck, so that wouldn't be a bad place to modify. Iron. I don't think we had any cobalt in the stockpile, no. Cobalt should be easy enough to find in the environment. Assuming we have anywhere near the base. It should be reasonably easy to find. There's the explosive. There we go. So I'm just gonna go out and find a cobalt. As I fly right past it, there's a cobalt. I gotta find my fuses. Where did I put the fuse? Production fuses. There was one. That'll work. And it's also accelerating the production of our bark when we want to do more tree stuff. Convenient. Would like to get another 2 butterflies going. I'm gonna pull the blue ones. This is gonna technically, in the short run, slow down the insect production. But we're gonna replace these guys with our old original ones. So these are freed up for outdoor butterflies. $50 tons for the THC mutagen. So hopefully once we get that moving, we'll actually see it move up into some of the later tiers. Tree seed. Okay. Yeah, I guess I just need more plants. Coming up on the tier 2 optimizer. That would help by allowing us to run fewer optimizers doing the same work. Yeah, we're kind of way out from the intersect spreader, so I probably just need to do more insect spreader, just more normal rockets, early rockets. I didn't do the tier 3 and the tier 4. Should work on the tier 3 and the tier 4. Rockets. We got a bunch of rockets we should be launching. Don't think we've done the tier... Yeah, we haven't done the tier 3 launch. Okay, so we got a couple launches we should do as well. Okay. Fertilizer. We're waiting on more methane cartridges for the next one. Got some butterfly over here. In the meantime, I find my rockets. 1, 2, 3 engines. I need 4 super alloy rods, which if we were making them would be expensive, but we've been looting them, so... Looted ones feel just cheaper. They probably aren't cheaper, but they feel cheaper. I need an osmium and, like, 3 compasses? Osmium's upstairs, isn't it? Yeah. And 3 compasses. Silicon, magnesium, aluminum. Okay. Come down here, we make compass. And yeah, I need 3 of them. Short magnesium. Let's get those guys launched. Well, get one of them launched at least. We'll do the drone visualization one first. There you go. Technically we have no drones yet, so that's not going to show us anything, but... And then we're going to do the tier 3. Got a very aggressive launch schedule here at our new launch facility. And we'll do the tier 4. And yeah, at that point, we're probably looking at either plant or oxygen for launching. Either plant or oxygen. foreseeable future. Anyway, we now have all the way up to tier 4, so we can actually look at most of the map at one go. Get almost maximal zoom. Well, there isn't necessarily a lot to see that zoomed out. I think that's in-game. I think that's technically a glacier there. There isn't really anything on that. Yeah, the new biome is over here. We haven't been to the new biome, obviously. Oh, no, still waiting on more air. It's probably enough to get the last of those going. I'm methane cartridge short. I got lots of nitrogen, which is not what we're looking for. We're looking for methane. The atmosphere apparently is too breathable. There we go. Yeah, I think it would make sense to probably launch both. One of each. We don't necessarily need more air, or more oxygen. Although we do need to double the oxygen again to get a water life collector. So, let's say we do, for the sake of thinking about it. I need a Lerma seed, a bunch of super alloy, and a couple of rocket engines. And we should really get those rockets off. And I think we go back to looting for a while to give, exploring the map, looting the map a little bit. Give some time for the tree bark to come back in. Wait for the rocket to get out of our way so we can put the next one in. And off goes the rocket. And that brings us up to 5 seeds, 7 plants, 3 asteroids, 2 magnetic, and a bunch of information rockets. I mean, the insect moves moving like every other second. Plants are pretty slow. Insects, we got an upcoming insect rocket, which probably will launch a lot of when we get it. Oh, we're getting pretty close to the drone station. We might actually put the drones up and about fairly soon. $17.7 kilotons. Okay, that's a ways off. The answer is I probably just need to get more tier 2, or no, more tier 3 tree spreaders up and going, right? We've got the tier 3 ones. Where was the... Oh, that was the global. Global had the tree spreaders, yeah. Need to get more of those going, probably. I want enough plants. There's the drone station. And, okay, so there's something else we need pulsar quartz for. To power on Rex for more loot. Still green outside from the last launch. At the drone station. Osmium rod, fusion energy cell, super alloy rod. I think we have everything there. Might be low on the chips. Might be out of chips. Okay, that's a different problem. That's a different problem. Well, I know where we can get more chips. Let's go do a chip run. Do once over, make sure we've gotten everything out of here. Here's one chip. I might want to take those later. Not right now. We looted these earlier. We'll get rid of the boxes so we're not confused about whether we looted them or not. Future. A bunch of seeds. Not what we're looking for, of course. Yes, travel Stigmar. Ship inexplicably exited hyperspace velocity. The navigation tools went crazy and the ship lost power as if it had been drained by some exterior thing. We're going to try to make an emergency landing on this unreported planet. I'm not sure what we'll find. There seems to be a huge storm at the surface of this planet. Hope we make it. Okay, there's the reactor core. So we're going to get some doors that will open up in here. We bring a fusion reactor in to power that up. Presumably that one, because we got deconstructible debris behind it. Oops, did I run out of space in the middle doing that? I did. I think the circuit board's just a little bit more valuable. I think we lost some circuit boards coping to the floor there. That's not good. Yeah, I think we lost some circuit boards coping to the floor there. Oh, still there. Yeah, it clipped into the floor is what's going on. Oh, got one of them picked up. I think there's still another one there. Our guy's apparently thirsty. Oh, no, I've got an oxygen fuse to install. I should probably work on doing that. Let's get back to base. We may have lost the opportunity to pick up a chip there, but eventually we're going to be able to make the chips, so it's only a minor setback. we'll go back. We got Osmium Rod, we got Super Alloy Rod. I think we have enough Pulsar Quartz to not have to assemble any of the power plants to get the fusion cell. Oh, and I probably want to get another one of you. Oh, I suppose I probably want some of that cobalt I left behind. I'll go back and get it in a moment. Relocate the Pulsar Quartz and get the drone bay up. Once I have the drone bay up, I'll be able to show you why we're going to be wanting lots of circuit boards. It's not Pulsar Quartz. Two osmium, 1 obsidian. Apparently I have to go for more obsidian soon. Good for the moment, though. Just got the achievement Fusion Energy, craft a fusion cell. So now we can open the drone station. That's all the drones here. See the interface. Build one or more drone stations. Craft one or more drones. Open any inventory to which you want to automatically move items to. Open logistics system panel or press the cog item. Choose the item to supply or demand. The drones will transport supplied items into the inventories demanding those items. Drones won't work if power is out. Currently have no supply of drones, no demand of drones, none available. Drones are made of a rocket engine, a circuit board, and an iron. Suppose that might be why the game's currently giving me a bunch of rocket engines. Assuming I'm gonna want to have a lot of drones. That would reasonably track. One drone. So now we can go to places and go, okay, thanks for found it, put it in a chest, tell the place, hey, you supply this thing, and then I can go back to base and tell the base to demand it. And the drone will go get it and bring it back. Go back and forth, bring it all back to base. We presumably want more than one drone if we're going to do that, but one is the start. Always got to start small. I need 2 iron. Really, I actually came over with the cobalt, but take the iron while we're here. Just making sure I hadn't forgot to put it somewhere, and that's why I was carrying the oxygen one around. Okay, that gives a little more oxygen from there. Yeah, we should put the seeds away. we're looking for more circuit boards. So we'll basically do a once over on all the wrecks we've been through to pull circuit boards out of them to get more drones. Eventually we get a recipe to make circuit boards, which is going to make the hunt for circuit boards a little less important. But in the short run, circuit boards equal more drones. Which means less I need to worry about bringing the rover around places. I can just put up a box or put up a bit of furniture, put a chest on it, shovel the loot in the chest, and say, this is a supply chest. I go back to base and request the things we found. Bots bring it home. What's the recipe for the bots? Circuit board. I think it's circuit board iron rocket engine. Yeah, circuit board rocket iron engine. Okay, so now we've got nine drones for transit. And by itself doesn't do anything, but we want things to be moved. That'll be very useful. You know, you are... I'm gonna have you demand uranium rods. I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna kind of do a vague demonstration of how this works. I'm not gonna go to the effort of bringing the uranium rods upstairs. I'm gonna say, hey, you supply uranium rods. You demand... where's the uranium? Uranium. You notice the uranium rods that were in here are gone already. It's because the bots moved them. The bots came in, the bots took them upstairs. The bots are probably already done doing that delivery. Yeah, the bots are already done doing that delivery. I know there's no uranium in here. Technically, I could... In fact, I will leave it here, because what we could ever do in here is like, hey, I want uranium rod. Grab a bunch of uranium out of here. We go over to the crafter, we turn it into rod, we turn around and stick the uranium rod back in. And then they take it upstairs for us. And then here we'll say demand rod. We don't currently need rod, but if we need it, we'll have it come here. Okay, tell you are a supply of water. So if we need water, it'll ship water. Oh dear. Apparently, the world has decided I need super alloy. I really don't need super alloy, so I'm half tempted to ignore it. Is there a way I can get you to specify to be supplying? Or my drone's just smart enough to retrieve it? I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't need the super alloy this bad. I got a super alloy mine. Why am I dodging the projectiles to get some super alloy? The mine. I just go to the mine. Yeah, we set up chests that just demand things. We can then just, whenever we go into a place where we're looting stuff or exploring stuff, just tell that place to ship the stuff. And then we just request it in the network, and it'll get dragged back for us. I'm not quite sure how setting something up as both demand and the supply of the thing would work. It's something that if I racked my brain or remembered where I watched the other people's Let's Plays of it, I'd probably know the answer, but I don't remember what the answer is, and that happens to be the state of affairs. So yeah, we can fly over here, and we can say, hey, you supply everything. And then whenever I just plop a thing in there, it's in the network available for people to loot, or for the drones to come pick up. And I don't think we finished looting here, for example. Take you, assemble you, take you, assemble you. Take you. Oh, there's a chip in that one. Oh, it's definitely worth grabbing. Got 2 in here. Do we have any here? Yes. Oh, that's a capsule of oxygen. I was thinking it's capsule of water. I'm like, oh, I'll just drink the water and then I can pull the chip out. Yeah, that's not going to work. Because it's not a capsule of water, it's a capsule of air. And the game is smart enough to not let you accidentally completely waste resources. And the air is breathable, so I don't need the capsule of air. The air. And you can already see something. Noticed it marked it with a little drone icon. That means there's a drone actively coming to get it. the super alloy in here as well. Can I see those on the map? Yes. Here comes the drones. Might be able to see them now. And I'm not sure what the render distance is on the drones. Oh, there they are. I'm not sure if that's exactly how they're supposed to look when they're flying, but we had drones doing logistics there. There we go. Looted that wreck. I don't think we saw any more circuit boards in here for me to loot, but that's fine. So there's technically a little more iron in here, but really don't need the iron. Back to base. And yeah, so we got the drone network. We need more circuit boards, obviously, to get the drone network bigger and more higher capacity. Although 9 is pretty good capacity, given that I'm not going to be building things that fast. Complaints about the hydration being low. Hydration would not be low had that bottle of air been a bottle of water. Yeah, a little way off for the Tier 4 exoskeleton, although maybe don't need it right away. Vehicle speed. And Tier 3 blueprint printing if I want more blueprints. Coming up close on that next optimizer. I don't think it's going to make a big difference. I think it's just going to list... Because, like, for example, right next to the plants, we've got 4 fuses and 4 optimizers. I think it's 2 fuses per optimizer, so it's just going to let us take up half the space. That's probably a little bit more power efficient as well. Tier 5 heater, we're getting close. We're not there yet. Getting even closer to the next tree seed. Depending upon what seed that requires as its input, that might be good. So we can check and see what the Leox butterfly recipe is. And well, we're moving a decent tick. We might get to the Tier 2 mutagen relatively quickly. Just rare larva mutagen. Okay, so I think I'm not guaranteed to get Leox if I'm shoving rare larva in. I think the rare larva is giving us a mix of these 4. RNG-wise. Although, we have the recycler, so we just shove it back in the recycler, get the inputs back in, and shove it back in the thing, so... very low priority for demand of fabric. And then we can set you to be a very low priority supply of fabric. So if anything else, this will ship fabric around to the ship. The only concern that would have is if I actually really needed fabric for something, and we went through what fabric we had in stockpile. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I want you to demand super alloy and super alloy rods. That when we're out and about and we dump super alloy rods in a chest, they get dropped off here. You demand osmium and osmium rods. Again, same sort of logic. And yeah, I suppose the next thing we really need to work on is... Well, I say really need to work on. I think the next thing I am going to work on is getting more plants. Although 22.1 tons of butterfly plants is where we max out on the plant modifier. Although if plants are going significantly faster than insects, then we just push up the main line, the top line here with plants. Tier 2 map information. Okay, so that's something we're going to want to find at some point. Animal spreader, DNA for the animals, aquarium, fish eggs, drill. We're actually making progress towards the drill and the heater. Yeah, I think we're going to go do some more exploring the beginning of next one. I think, again, it's time for a part break. I know the progress might seem a little bit slow at the moment. Although, in a way, we're getting pretty close to the end, right? I'm not sure how many steps left there is. In fact, we can see how many steps left there is. The end of the terraforming. I think it's actually 5, actually, not 4.15. I think it's a full 5 to hit the end here. So it's 5 TTI. Right, so that's 1 order of magnitude larger? No, 2 order of magnitude larger. So we only got to multiply our terraforming rating by a factor of 100, or factor of 100. So we're maybe not that far off of done with the game. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We're going to have a short break here. I can get up, stretch my legs, sip some tea, and then we'll be back with the next one. We'll do some exploring. So until next time, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Bye for now.